the boy who shared his last meal in a small village surrounded by green fields and dusty roads. There lived a young boy named Daniel. He was only 12 years old, but life had already been very hard on him. Daniel had no parents. They had passed away when he was very young. Since then, he lived alone in a tiny old hut near the edge of the village. The roof leaked when it rained, and the walls were full of cracks. At night, cold wind entered freely. He owned very little: one blanket, one cup, one plate, and sometimes not even enough food. Every morning, Daniel woke up before sunrise. He washed his face in the river and whispered a short prayer. God, thank you for giving me another day. Please give me strength. Then he went out to find work. Some days, he helped farmers carry crops. Some days, he cleaned animal sheds. Other days, he collected firewood and sold it in the market. Most people ignored him, some laughed at him, a few were kind. But Daniel never complained. He believed that God was watching. One hot afternoon, Daniel worked in a large field for a rich man named Mr. Lewis. He pulled weeds, carried baskets, and worked until his hands hurt. When the sun was setting, Mr. Lewis gave him a small cloth bag. Inside were 2 pieces of bread and a boiled egg. For Daniel, it felt like a gift from heaven. He smiled and thanked the man politely. Then he started walking home. On the narrow village road, a group of boys stopped him. They were older and stronger. "Hey, poor boy," one of them laughed. "What do you have there?" Before Daniel could answer, they grabbed his bag. They opened it, laughed, and threw the food onto the dusty ground. One boy stepped on the bread. Then they walked away, laughing. Daniel stood still, his eyes filled with tears. Slowly, he picked up what he could. The bread was dirty. The egg was broken. He wiped his face and looked at the sky. "God," he whispered, "I try to be good. I try to be patient. Please don't let my heart become bitter." Then he continued walking. Near the riverbank, he saw an old woman sitting under a tree. She looked weak and tired. Her clothes were torn. Her hands were shaking. When she saw Daniel, she said softly, "Child, do you have something to eat? I haven't eaten since yesterday." Daniel looked at his bag. Only half a dirty piece of bread was left. His stomach was empty. His body was tired. For a moment, he hesitated. Then he remembered his grandmother's words from long ago, "When you give with love, God fills your hands again." Daniel walked closer. He cleaned the bread as best as he could. Then he gently placed it in her hands. "Please eat," he said. "It's not much, but it's from my heart." The woman looked surprised. "Are you sure, child, this is all you have?" Daniel nodded. "Yes, God will take care of me." The woman's eyes filled with tears. She ate slowly and smiled. "May God bless you," she said. Daniel felt warmth in his chest. Even though he was still hungry, he felt happy. He helped the woman stand and walked with her along the river. After some time, she stopped. She looked at Daniel deeply. Her tired face began to shine softly. A gentle light surrounded her. Daniel stepped back in surprise. "Grandmother, what is happening?" he asked. She smiled kindly. "Daniel," she said, "do you know who I am?" He shook his head. "I am the one who heard your prayers at night. I am the one who walked with you when you were lonely. I am the one who protected your heart." Daniel's body trembled. You are God," he whispered. She nodded. "I never left you. Even when you thought you were forgotten, I was near." Daniel fell to his knees. "I thought I was invisible," he cried. "I thought nobody cared." God touched his head gently. "You stayed kind when life was cruel. You shared when you had nothing. You chose love instead of anger." Then God touched Daniel's cloth bag. Suddenly, it became heavy. Daniel opened it. Inside were fresh bread, warm rice, fruits, and clean water. Enough for many days. "What you give in love," God said, "I return many times more." Then the light slowly faded. The river was quiet again. Daniel stood there, holding his bag, crying with joy. He walked home with a peaceful heart. From that day, things slowly changed. A shop owner gave him work. A teacher helped him study. A family offered him shelter. Daniel grew stronger. He learned skills. He learned reading. He learned confidence. Life was not perfect, but he was never alone again. Every time he passed the river, he smiled. He remembered the day God walked beside him. And this story is for you. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you feel forgotten. Maybe life feels unfair. God sees your tears. God sees your kindness. God sees your silent prayers. Your small good deeds matter. Your gentle heart matters. Sometimes miracles come quietly, in a stranger, in a small choice, in a moment of courage. Keep choosing kindness. You are never walking alone.